Let's go here. Right. And no, can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. Hey, baby. Lisa, what up? What up? What up?
Hey.
Hey, you gotta get some sleep. I know you got a road trip.
My kids got they drive. I'm up.
Okay, well, shit.
I'm up, nigga. I'm a whole Jeep.
I get that, but you get you a pack of Red Bulls. That way you.
I'm not drinking that stuff. I don't. Cannot. I do. I'm organic, holistic. I don't do all that stuff.
We'll get you some ginseng.
I mean, no, I'm good because I'm probably my son's probably gonna drive. My son and my daughter's probably gonna drive the first 3. It's take us 9.5 hours to get there, so they can do the first 6.
You said probably. You didn't say they gonna do it. You said
Well,
probably.
because I have a rule when I drive, like I only stop for gas. So
Yeah.
my son play around, like he'll stop at the gas, get some gas, and then drink all that water, and he got to go pee, and that'll piss me off. And then I just get in the car, be like, get in the car, I'm driving, because I don't like that. I like to get to where I'm going.
I know that's right. Shit, I hear that. Yeah, it was a friend of mine. Matter of fact, my brother-in-law, well, Richard. You know, we was trying to, he's hitting us up, talking about he want to do some out of town shit. We may not do it. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Go.
I mean, yeah, but you know, I don't really travel a lot. It's and shit. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
YOLO. Why? I mean, you only like this. It's a lot of stuff to see. Like even in the United States, like there's so many things that people don't know about, and just a lot of stuff to just experience. Like shit, I want to touch every corner of the earth that I can before I leave up out of here.
I hear that. Yeah, I don't fly, so that kind of cuts me off from.
Oh, well, that part there.
I mean, it's what it is. I mean, like I say, my last flight was coming from Texas to here when I got out, and that was a really bad flight. And I had 10 flights in total, and the majority of which were really bad. I flew 17 hours, and then turned around, got up the next morning, and flew another 7. I'm petrified. Yeah, it's really bad. I never got counseling for it, and I never got over it. And it's just, I can't.
So you've been traumatized by flying, and that's I can understand that.
For 20 years.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But like I said, I flew in a Black Hawk. Did I ever tell you this story? Okay, so long story short, we was in Hawaii, and they had a Black Hawk come out there, and everybody got on a Black Hawk and this and that, and they did what they call Map of the Earth. I didn't know what it was. No, I don't know if everybody else knew, but I didn't know what it was. So Map of the Earth was like the plane was going like this. It was like if you're a roller coaster person, you could have dealt with that. But if not, like I wasn't, it fucked you up bad. And this was all like a good 20-minute flight. And since that point, and I still had like another 4 flights after that before I got out. So I've been fucked up since then, like for real. And they thought it was a joke and funny and all this. That shit wasn't funny to me. I wasn't used to this. We soldiers, we in the service, but I just came here to get some college money. That's why I'm here. I want to get college money, and I want to get a steady check, and I want to see the world. I didn't come here for this bullshit, and it fucked me up. So ever since then, no. When I flew from Texas to Chicago, I have not flown another plane since then. That was in 2003.
Wow.
You
don't get on flights?
I don't fuck with no birds, man. I don't even like to even drive by airports. That's how bad it's gotten. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
And I just never. Maybe I do need to do counseling or something, but nah, shit, fuck a plane. I drive this motherfucker, and even then, I don't drive fast. So now I got that issue going on. I don't like to drive fast. So, it's just I need to.
Yeah, we can never be in the car together then.
Oh well, then shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, that's cool. You put it out there. So that
I'm just saying, because I be pushing 90 on the expressway.
You ain't about to be up in the damn spaceship.
I'm trying to get to where I'm going. I got places to be, nigga. I got places to be.
I know that. I ain't mad at you. Shit. Hold on. Did I hear John? I thought for sure Mika was gonna come up in here tonight, but she ain't show up. It's all good though. But yeah, we're gonna do this last little joint, man. Shit, I'm gonna go ahead and take it to bed. But anyway, we discussed a lot of things tonight that I think a lot of people need to hear. And this whole thing from politics, breaking it all the way down to black and white, to a lot of this shit, man, the way I see it, if people just stop being petty and stop, sweating the dumb shit, we'll be all right, man. Live and let live. You know what I'm saying? Now, we can't control what white folks do. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be who the fuck they are. But at the same time, we got full control over what we do, like I said before. Now, we have the opportunities while we here to say, hey, I'm going to link up with so-and-so over here. We're going to work on this, and do this and that and the third. We still have that opportunity to do that. Instead of, getting together for some petty shit that don't mean nothing. Let's get together for some real shit. You know what I'm saying? A couple years ago in Inglewood, they were selling properties over there for for a penny. For a penny. I heard about that twice in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Once on the west side, and then this one time here in Inglewood. My wife was telling me about it. And you have to be a resident in Inglewood. I'm saying let's get together to do that type of shit.
Well, let me ask you a question though. Did you notice that a lot of that property was bought up by folks that was not black?
Yeah, it makes good sense. Why?
Right. But the rule was that you had to live there. But it was a lot of people that did not live there. That did not look like the people that lived there that purchased that. So all of it. And you have to remember, like, I don't know if you're familiar with Inglewood, but Inglewood, like Kennedy King College, like when they moved Kennedy King College, if you look at the trajectory of where that community is going, they're not building that community for those people that paid a penny for that land. So the shit sounds good in theory, and I think that you're right. Like a lot of petty shit all of the petty shit we got to get rid of. But I think a big part of Black people's problem is that we all have not recognized or come to recognize who we are. So we're still fighting with the fact that we ain't real clear about who we are. Like white folks know exactly who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Period. They know who they are. We don't know who we are, and then we have that 400 years of conditioning. So we dealing with bullshit like colorism, like how I've been told that I'm not black enough to talk about the shit that I talk about. Like I don't even know how that is, right? Then you have people talking or saying shit like, she too dark for this, or still like black people still calling their fucking hair bad hair. Like all of this shit matters when you're talking about trying to come together, because when you still have people calling their hair bad hair, nigga, that's the hair that's growing out of your hair. How is that ever bad? But because it doesn't fit into what you've been taught, or the fact that you don't even know self, and you still looking at another black man calling him a nigga, or another, and even how we separating ourselves, black men and black women, how we separate ourselves from each other. Until we mend all that shit, we're not going to be able to talk about anything other than petty shit, because it's a bunch of petty people. Like you have people who you have a lot of people that want to get together, but then you have those who have not figured that out yet, and so you're not their brother, their sister. I've heard black people say, "You ain't my brother. That's not my brother." But in fact, it is. And why are you offended? Because they'll say it with such indignation. Like, why are you indignant about somebody black calling you brother? Like they ain't call you no nigga. They didn't say anything disrespectful, but you're offended by saying black. And I don't know if you all remember, like growing up, to be called an African booty scratcher, that was some fighting shit. So you dealing with all this other stuff. So we have to fix that, and we have to, which means that we have to come together, and we kind of have to Like we had to have our fights, not cry, cuss each other out, and then we can let other people into what we're doing. But we're not going to be able to talk about anything that's constructive until we acknowledge that we're both fucked up. Black men and black women, we have fucked up. We have dropped the ball, and we are continuing to fuck up on a lot of different levels. And we're only going to be able to fix it once we come together and decide that this is the shit we can do it. It's possible, but nobody wants to admit that they're fucking up. Like black women want to say it's black men want to say it's black women, and it's both of us. Like we're fucking up. We're fucking up. We're fucking up our kids, and we're fucking up this time that we have to do the shit that we need to do.
I agree wholeheartedly. You said
so true.
To get goals set in mind and start embracing ourselves. I mean, genuinely embracing Black. Embracing Black culture and embracing our features, embracing our skin, embracing everything about us. And then we won't go and make those insults like say the African booty scratch or you dark skin, you too light for this, that type of stupid bullshit. We need to mature as a people because, a lot of our people, we just want to live in like our own little fantasy land where we can just go and just be reckless and free and no rules, no obligations. We can go out here and sleep with some chick and have a bunch of babies all over the planet and we can go out here and kill people and don't get caught. And we live in like this fantasy world because in that world we're not accountable for anything. See, we want
to be sure that we're separating the nigger class from everybody else.
Well, we have to chop that in too because, if we go with black folks just, we ain't no different. I mean, Black folks may not be out here killing folks, but, as far as some of our levels of responsibility, we go out here and we buying all these high-end brands and we're doing this and we're blowing money and we're trying to look good and floss and this and that. That plays a part too. It's because we need to take our dollars and start investing in our neighborhoods. And I, for one, will tell you, no, I have no intention of doing that. It's because it's like, one side of me says, I don't make enough to do it. The other side of me says, well, if I did do it, niggas ain't gonna do nothing but bust up in there and take everything anyway. And hey, you are trying to help your own people, and what do? They come in there, they steal shit. You got
a whole narrative going on, and that's not even the fuck like that. So all of those are reasons not to do something.
Well, in my mind, they are. It's because,
but that's what I'm saying. Like nothing that you said. Like you just said two things. We need to do this. I don't know. We need to do this, and then this is why I'm not doing it. So if we all take that position that you took, ain't shit gonna get done because there's a lot of reasons not to do it. But the main fucking reason that we have to do it is to gain our community, to get control of our community, to have economics in our community. Like we need to take control of our community. And that's the period. If that's the only reason that you have, then that to me, that's a reason worth having it. Like we can't always worry about what niggas coming in stealing shit because that might not happen. Like I've been in stores and Black owned stores and the people that live there, they might be thugs or whatever, but they respect who owns that store. I think it's a give and take in the community too. So I don't necessarily think, I think that in order for us to do better, we have to, we can be cautious and be aware, but the what's important is to form our community and get that community back and have we can do that is how we need to do it. And if it needs to be somebody standing post on your damn store when it's closed or whatever, like we can do that too, but it needs to happen in order for us to gain our community. Everybody else, Chinese got Chinatown, you got Greek town, you can go to Port, we got little Puerto Rico, what a Mexican, like everybody got their own shit. We don't. We need to form it.
Well.
Yep. And not just that, not just what Alicia's saying. They have these things, but they go back to what she was saying. They know who they are. So when they know they bad people, it's bad people in every race. True. They killing, it's gang members in every race. They tearing up they people's shit. They just know how to cover it up and make it, you know what I'm saying? They know how to move around in it. And we just not accepting ourselves or our failures and shit yet to start having businesses and getting rid of the riffraff. We have to do one thing at a time. So once we accepting our failures as Black men and women together, we can start doing stuff like that. Then we know who the riffraff is. We know what they doing. It's in every race. Every race. I'm not trying to say let's worry about them. I'm just saying us. Our stuff is so, we don't have a locker room. Everybody's walking in and out of it. Black people's walking around telling what's going on in the locker room. You got other races walking and they all in our houses. They everywhere. But when you go in their neighborhood and you go in their area, you can't go in their locker room.
I say a lot.
You telling me Chinese people, you saying white people ain't killing each other?
But see,
it's a known fact. They got a whole show called ID. And they don't believe in divorcing. They believe in killing their wives. That's a known fact. People know that. You know what? And then look at this. We so comfortable about it that we still let them in our houses, let them come in our locker rooms, let them hang out with us. And who didn't never know Jeffrey Dahmer? Who never know what's his name? Jim Jones. They have killed so many people, and we'll let them people come right in our houses, accept them as, oh, that's cool. That's okay. But let's stop this black on black crime now. Let's stop this. That's bad now. And that's the point. It's because it's like Alicia said, we need to get over and take these L's that we are and come together. Because the riffraff will go. Once we come together understanding who we are as a people, it go. It just heightened because everything is making it heightened. And their stuff is not heightened. Oh, they kill by millions.
I mean, I'm not going to take nothing.
I'm not saying worry about them. I'm just saying that's not black on black crime. It's not something that's like abnormal for a race to kill each other. We make it out like it's shocking. It's like unbelievable, but it's not.
A lot of media attention. We see a lot of that, and those of us that's lived in black neighborhoods know that these things actually do take place. So it's not like it's a thing that's far-fetched. I don't concern myself with any other race but my own. That's my number one priority because I'm black. I'm a black man. I grew up in a black neighborhood. Well, I actually didn't, but I spent 8 years of my life in a black neighborhood. And
right.
That was a culture shock for me. You know, around the time I met John, I met you, I met Richard. I met a lot of good people, a lot of good young guys that turn out to be good men. And this is who I'm speaking on the behalf of, along with myself, because I see a common ground with all of us. Whereas all we want to do is to be able to make sure our families is straight. You know what I'm saying? And that may be the case for everybody else. But the thing that I noticed was there's a collective effort between the man and the woman. When you go to Chinatown, when you go to Little Italy, when you go to where the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans live at, there's a collective effort. Right now in the black community, the black woman is leading. That's the facts. As far as I'm concerned, the black woman is leading the community. And it's up to her at this point, you know what I'm saying, to guide.
To realize, no, it's up to her. No, it's up to the black woman to realize you out of your fucking place. You shouldn't be goddamn leading. You fucked it up. Transition that shit back over to the men. That's how I see it. Women,
black men have to speak that to black women. We cannot run from them. We cannot back down to them when they are speaking to them.
So I don't like to talk about the nigga class, like pieces of shit. I don't talk about pieces.
Yeah, I'm me either. I don't talk about it either.
So upstanding dudes like the guys was called and motherfuckers that y'all associate with stuff like that. That's not those guys ain't the issues. I'm not saying that just because you got a job, because whatever, that you can't be a piece of shit motherfucker. That's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that the guys who are the stand-up guys and stuff like that, those guys are saying like, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this. The black women, because of the obviously everything's in context because of the whole fucking transition from the 70s to the 80s and 90s. Okay, got it. They kicked the black dude out, whatever. So now they've become used to the power. They've become used to this is the way it happens, and that they're the head of the fucking household, right? And they've been the head of the household for at least 40, 50 years right now. So now for them to give that up, be like, now I have to listen to a man and have a man come in, and not even so much as rule with an iron fist, like, bitch, this is what you gonna do. But can a nigga have some fucking say so about this? Like, just basic fucking say so. Like, listen, like as much as women, you know what? Fuck it. Women sit there.
Say it. Go ahead.
Bullshit. I hear you. I see you over there, Alicia. Women talk about this bullshit about man and the head of the house, or they'll not succumb, but what's the word? They'll submit to a man, all the rest of that stuff. Bullshit. You goddamn right. I'm not talking about you as an individual. I'm talking about as a whole. Black women don't want to do the whole submit shit. They want you to first fucking prove that you are, I don't know what word goes right there. I'm just gonna say a man. When they themselves are fucking horrible characters of what the fuck it means to be a man. Like the female idea, black female idea of fucking being a man is so fucked up that it's ridiculous. Like, and they have the audacity to tell a man how he's been. Now, Alicia, by all means, please retort.
Oh man.
I actually agree. I agree with some of the things that you're saying. I would just like to point out that Black women don't want to be the head of household. Like we don't want to be. But let me tell you what happens. Like the term strong Black women, I hate that fucking term, right?
Me
because
too. I hate it too.
What it does is and Black men say it all the time. I want a strong Black woman.
No, I don't. I don't never say that.
Does is
I don't say no shit like that.
Feel like they can't be feminine, right? I could never.
I want my woman to be feminine.
Aside, and I believe in submit to a man, right? And I submit to my man because I pick good men. I pick a man's man. My man, I don't have to tell them to take my car and get it washed because that's the shit they do. So I submit to who makes me feel like I can be a woman, right? So when you have a man telling you, oh, I like independent women, or I like strong Black women, what they're saying to the Black woman is keep on doing the shit you're doing. Nigga, I'm already doing shit anyway. You want to submit to somebody who will allow you to be that feminine energy. You want to submit to somebody who will allow you to be soft. As a Black woman, the reality of that shit is I can't go out here and cry like a white woman. Like the reality is if somebody see me outside crying, most people won't pay me no attention. They think I'm bugging, I'm tripping. Let a white woman cry. Or a non-Black woman cry. Motherfuckers will be like, what's wrong? If I'm at my job and I'm crying, motherfuckers think I'm bugging. If a white woman is crying at the job, they'll ask her, what's wrong? And maybe not you, but they will ask her, what's wrong? They'll have some sympathy and compassion for her. Whereas a Black woman is not expected to have that kind of emotion. We're the only women that are allowed, we're not allowed to be feminine. It's right. Considered a fucking it will be considered an Achilles heel. It makes us weak.
But Alicia, that's a ploy though.
No. But what I'm saying is
But that's a ploy though. It's a ploy.
But what I'm saying is a Black woman. This is shit, and this is not coming from a Black man because I don't think that I'm different, but I grew up around a lot of men. I have a lot of men in my life, like my cousins, my brothers. When I say I go out with my cousins, my cousins treat me like, they open doors, they pay for shit. If I need some garbage taken out, I need some shit done, or I need some mail advice, I have men around me to do that. So I know what it looks like to be taken care of by a man, period. I know what that looks like. I also know, because I have a mother and a grandmother and women in my life, I know what it looks like to submit to a man and what kind of man you should submit to. Having said that, being told that I'm a strong Black woman and I'm independent, it takes away from that femininity. So when you go into these situations with these Black men, and Black men, like we're both at fault because Black women are told you don't need a man for shit. Well, okay, so now you're telling the Black woman she don't need a man for shit. So she go and tell her man, I don't need a nigga for shit. Well, if I'm not needed, then I'm not valued. So you don't value a man, he's going to leave, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you say, I want you independent, I want you strong, then what you're telling me is that this is not a safe space for me to be weak. It's not a safe space for me to be a woman and be just who I am and need you. Like we need to need each other. Like nobody, black men and black women have taken the position that, and I've heard black men say, I don't need no woman shit. I can cook and I can clean, but nigga, it's deeper than that. I've heard women, I can pay my own bills, but it's deeper than that.
It is deeper than that.
We need to, a woman is supposed to submit to a man, and submission does not mean that he tell you what to do and he run all over you. Submission means you recognize that this is a man and this man is going to take care of you. He's going to see to your needs and you bow to that and you let him be the man. But being the man also means that when you pick a woman, you have to, when you pick her, you have to understand that she has opinions and you have to respect her opinions. Like she should be your advisor. She should be your wise counsel. She should be somebody that can give you some advice. Those things go hand in hand and you can't have one without the other. And the part of the black community's issue is that you got a lot of bad bitches and what they call these niggas?
Boss bitches. Boss bitches.
You got a lot of bad bitches.
Boss bitches.
The niggas are bad bitches too.
Right.
That's true.
That too.
That's true.
That's a lot of male divas. So you got real niggas and bad bitches. And ain't nobody, even when you look at like grandparents, and like I can't wait to be a grandparent. I really want to be a grandparent in the sense that my grandmother and my great grandmother were grandparents. But you have a lot of these grandparents. I'm not taking care of the kids. I'm not doing that. These motherfuckers are still out in the club party. It takes a nation. So even when you're trying to navigate through a relationship and you have really nobody to turn to because motherfucking Nana is in the club. So who do I ask for advice when Nana's in the club? She ain't even at home with her husband. She ain't even respecting her husband. Her husband out doing whatever.
She out here competing with her daughter.
Right.
And our grandkids.
Right. And when you're and there's wisdom, like there's wisdom to age. There's wisdom to, like, we're supposed to elevate. Every time we get older, we're supposed to elevate to another level, and we're not doing that as black women or black men. And we got each other fucked up. We really got each other fucked up because everybody want to lead, don't nobody want to listen, and don't nobody want to follow. I've had men say, well, she ain't my woman, but I don't know why she just can't follow me. Bitch, why does that make sense? Why would I ever follow you if you don't want to claim me for nothing? If I'm nothing to you, why would I follow you? Because how do I know that you have my best interest at heart? Then you have women, all they talk about is what a nigga can buy them or do for you. Well, you can't do that for you. You can't buy that for you. You don't even know what that look like. You just seen that shit on TV, and now you trying to put these unrealistic expectations on a man. And I'm all for a man buying. I like nice shit. I like a lot of nice shit. But I can also buy a lot of nice shit that I like.
But it almost sounds like everybody is one thing. I always say this is, you know how we tell our kids, whoever have kids on here, you say, enjoy your life when you're a child, because when you're an adult, things change.
Yeah.
And when people pay attention, they fight so much to be a child again than they do adult, because you spend most of your life being an adult than you are a child.
But I think
so that's what the envious thing.
Realistic adults though, because you can't, like, having an expectation that somebody is a 10 when you're a 5. Like, how does that work?
It's childish. That's childish.
You're not even putting
immature.
In the work. Like even when women say, I want a man that's self-made, he got his own business. Well, okay, but with having a man like that, there comes sacrifice. There comes times that he's working late.
Yeah.
Having your own business requires that you do a whole lot of shit. You don't want
to deal with perfection.
that part of it. Right. And then you don't want to offer, well, let me help you. What can I do to assist you? Can I help keep your books? You don't want to do nothing. You want to benefit financially from this man. And then you have men that I want a woman to look pretty all the time and cook and clean, but you don't want to pay for her groceries, or when she say something to you.
You know what that sound like?
What?
That sound like kids.
What? Right. But it's unrealistic expectations of each other. So
when they look like that's what I'm saying. It's a childish expectation of each other. Like when I talk to my kids, you have kids. Oh, mom, you ain't cook? I thought you're gonna be cooking like this. You gonna come to school looking like that? And they just imagine that in an adult form. That's all they sound like to me. Big ass kids. Men and women being big ass kids on both ends of the spectrum. I'm like, did you ever grow up? Like you 40-some, 30-some years old, still acting like because I got small kids, 9 and 10 years old. They act like that. You ain't cook? You gonna look like that when you go outside? You gonna do it? And then you walk outside and I hear people saying the same thing. I'm like, they sound like children to me. I'm just saying. I don't want to degrade people, but
No, I think you're right. They sound like children to me.
They sound like children. My daughter want me to buy her stuff. She don't care the price. Right. Take care of me, Dad. Like the fuck.
Right, like
what? She pick up this with you? For real? I got 10-year-old like why? You got card? Get credit card? Get that? Buy. And when a grown ass woman saying the same thing, that's I'm just saying. I'm just comparing it. It's the same thing.
But see,
you need a daddy, and I don't know who your daddy is. I only have 2 daughters. I don't know what everybody else's situation was with their parents, but a lot of people need therapy though. I don't know what they need.
We all fucked up now. We all need therapy. We can all benefit from it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, people just need to grow up. I'm not trying to give no way out. People just need their ass beat. I do believe everybody need an ass whooping. It never changes.
I'm just telling you, somebody hit me, I'm shooting them. Now,
I agree.
Alicia, if you doing shit, they warrant an ass whooping. But if you ain't doing shit, why would you get an ass whooping?
Let me tell you something. My uncle always told me. My uncle Billy my great uncle always told me, if you hit a man, expect that he gonna hit you back.
He gonna hit you back.
So everybody keep their hands in their pockets until they self.
That's true.
As soon as you hit me, I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you.
That's
and then
true.
I'm gonna lay on the floor and cry after I call the police.
She's gonna lay on the floor and cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
But I'm just saying, just men too. They need some of these boys that act like men.
But you can't act like a man when you have nothing to fucking emulate but women.
That's true. That's true.
Part of the problem is exactly what Kennard and John said. You have men that are bad bitches too. So you have these men that are bad bitches influencing these younger guys. So what a man is, what a man's role is so fucking distorted because you have men acting like women out here. These young boys don't.
That's true.
They have no clue what a man fucking looks like, what a real man looks like, what a man is supposed to do, what a man is supposed to.
We so devalue. It's like it's
leggings and
that's true.
Like, come on.
Yep. And they actually wearing skirts. Man. And it's like it's crazy. Man. I can't stand it.
Like that's
nail polish. I've seen that too a lot. Young boys wearing nail polish. It's crazy.
And you'll hear them say, "Oh well, just it's nail polish. I'm still a man." But men,
no, you're not.
Me, and maybe I'm from old school. Men do men shit. Women do women shit. Like there's a separation.
That's it. We don't cross the line.
We don't. There's no line to be crossed. And just because, like, and don't necessarily mean that you're gay, but men don't wear polish, right? Men don't wear dresses. The dresses are for women.
No.
Right? Put your balls up. Put some drawers on. Put some pants on, nigga. That's not for you. And that's just real. But we're
no. She's speaking the truth. That is the truth.
I wouldn't even care if the dudes was out here wearing the polish and the makeup and the lipstick. And these niggas could be full trannies if they was doing like the most important part of the man shit, which is like teach them motherfucker like values. Like, okay,
characteristics.
Guys ain't out here wearing dresses and guys ain't out here putting on polish. But these niggas are not even showing motherfuckers, all right, son, this is how you actually need to go and take care of your family. Fuck all the dumb shit. This is how you take care of your family. This is what it means to protect your family. It don't mean, first of all, which goes back to like what I was saying, a woman, I'm not gonna say a woman's, but a lot of women's understanding of what masculinity is that, I need to have a man that's ready to fight. Bitch, you got to really get fucked up understanding of what it means to be a man. You need a nigga who knows how to get you out of that situation. That's the nigga you need to gravitate to.
Logically,
But do you think that I think we can comprehend, but do you think that a woman can tell you what a man is? Because I don't believe a woman can tell can tell you what a man is. I can tell you what my idea of a man is.
Right, you can't tell me. No, you can't tell him. Yeah. No, you can't tell her.
No. What I should do.
Do you think that a woman should be like
I don't believe that.
Well, this is what a man's supposed to do. Like, I don't believe that a woman can accurately
based off of what experience. But based off of
what you should be doing, but what a man looks like. I don't think I should say, well, Kennard, John, and Will, y'all ain't no man because this is what a man's supposed to do. Like, I don't think that I'll be qualified
disrespectful.
To tell y'all that. I don't think I'm qualified for that.
I don't even. Well, I guess it is disrespectful, but more so than disrespectful, it's just ignorant. Like it's the equivalent to me saying I got 2 young daughters. So this shit used to be basic common knowledge. Niggas don't know how to raise no goddamn daughters. And that's not a controversial statement. So why is it a controversial statement when a man says, woman, you don't know how to raise a fucking man? That shouldn't be a controversial fucking statement. But now
that's true.
A woman can do anything a man can do. Bitch, no, you cannot. You don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. We need both.
I got girls, and I don't step out of that at all. When it comes to, I understand logistics, and I've got 2 daughters that have they cycle, and I'm like, oh, go talk to your mom. I know book words of it, but she understands in detail. She know way more than me, and I say it all the time. I am not going to walk up to my girls and say, hey, I know what a woman should be and how her body should be feeling and how her mind should be thinking. No, I could say what a man should be doing for you, how he should be acting towards you, things you could do to help a man act better towards you. But no. And I seen all the birth of my kids, and I still can't explain it. I'm dead serious. I couldn't explain to you how a woman give birth, and I stood and cut every umbilical cord of my kids. And I would not walk up to a woman and say, hey, I know how it feels to get epidural. I know how it is to be in labor for 10 hours. I am not going to say that to no woman because I've seen it.
It's crazy.
It was like me watching television. That was it. Do I know how she was feeling? Nope. And I'm not finna hand that over and take that from her. No, you good. You got it.
Right. And
now go out.
When you got women telling men, on the flip side, you have women telling their sons. They're not men yet, but their sons or something.
Sons,
This is how boys act. Boys, like the whole idea, like we've all heard of toxic masculinity, which clearly fucking exists. Don't get me wrong. Like,
that's true.
The idea of toxic masculinity.
Look at Lisa.
The way
look at Lisa say that.
Come on,
because I think they use toxic masculinity to emasculate men. Like the way
I'll define what I mean when I say toxic masculinity.
Okay.
The way that we all roughly the same age on here. So the way that we grew up, I can speak to myself. I don't know about y'all, but the way that I grew up, boys don't fucking cry under no circumstance. You shut the fuck up and you move the fuck on. Too much of that. I understand what they were trying to accomplish, but in hindsight, that's not really how we raise our kids today. Dudes, like, yeah, son, it's cool though. It's great for you to cry. You ain't about to be no bitch. Like, why are you crying every single day about every single thing? But you know what I'm saying? So there's a such thing as toxic masculinity and stuff like that. But that's also what women are teaching their sons to be, how to be a man. Boys don't cry. Boys don't do this. So he did this. You need to go with it. That's not how to be. They're teaching what they think how a man should act.
It's theory.
What a man should act.
It's theory.
Not when you're raising sons out here that's walking around with skin tight jeans on, and niggas is walking around with fag bags with guns and weed in them. You have no clue as to what a man is. You basing it on the niggas that you was fucking, or the niggas that's in your small little circle. That has nothing to do with being a man or manhood. These niggas is feminine. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
These young niggas, they sitting up in here, they dye their hair, and they do all this little prissy shit, and they sit up there and they do a lot of feminine. These niggas, swear to God, they hard as hell, but they do a lot of feminine shit. And just listen to how, like, when I done watched videos of these rappers and shit from Chicago, and them niggas be bickering and shit on.
Yes,
they're emotional. They're overly emotional. Can you tell?
These niggas.
I would think y'all agree. They overly emotional.
Straight up.
They overly emotional. They bought into women. They bought into the women theory. That's what I believe in. Not bad, not the good women, but some of the women. They believe they have honored their mom. You know how the Bible say honor your father and your mom. Now they just completely honor their mom. It's like whatever she say and move and do, we gotta follow that. And they so emotionally driven.
Mama got everything bad to say about the daddy. 9 times out of 10.
Right, and they honor it. They not questioning it. They just, okay, that sounds right.
Also, oh, my daddy, da da da. They got everything bad to say about the man that the mother chose to have a kid with. That brought
exactly.
So how he could have been that bad if you laid down with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they knew. Some of these women knew they was bad.
He might have been. He might have been.
They knew.
But you made a choice. You still made that choice though. So that was your. If he was a bad nigga, that was your bad decision.
Right.
Even if he was a piece of shit, what does him being a piece of shit have to do with you raising a piece of shit son? Like those two completely different fucking situations.
Well, they gave up. Some people give up and quit. They tired.
No bullshit.
I'm not giving them. I know.
When you know that man is not shit, right? So
that's true.
When you lay down with, like, at the end of the day, you know what happened with sex. Like, we all grown. So you and even it goes the same way with men. You know this broad wasn't worth shit. So y'all lay down and y'all have a baby. Now y'all got to deal with this shit. But you can't say that bitch ain't shit and that nigga ain't shit, because now you all got a baby. And now if you chose him, that says a lot about you and you. You made this bad decision, and now this bad decision should not cost this child's livelihood. It should not affect this child. Like, you all have to grow up and become better. And that's why I think a lot of people, they think, well, I'm just gonna talk. He ain't shit. He got 3 kids. Well, you know he had 3 other kids that he won't take care of for you had this. So as it ain't all on him. Like, we have to be responsible for having babies with people that ain't shit, huh?
But you know what? You can't tell the sisters nothing today, because the minute you come out and you start saying what you just said, that basically saying accountability on both parts, because that's what the reality is.
That is.
Then go on social media and post up something about the sisters is responsible for the man they chose. And look and see how many of the sisters come and attack you. Because they'll group up. They'll come and they'll go hard on you and say this and that, and insult you and talk about how wrong you are. But the reality of the matter is it takes 2 to tango. We all know this. That means that if you had a parent there, a male and a female, to produce a child, and he wasn't shit, but then you ain't shit for fucking with him. That's what it is. If you knew, he ain't shit, he ain't this, he ain't that, and you can't be too much further from that because you laid down with the nigga.
Right.
No,
not just dated him, but laid down with him. Laid all the way out, got naked with him.
Right.
And 9 out of 10, right? And 9 out of 10, they let them go wrong once or twice. They did it a lot of times.
Right.
So they building a whole life with this person, and they know they ain't shit.
And then when the kids show up, now
it's not a one night stand. This is a relationship.
Right.
It ain't that many one night stands.
That makes it really fucked up.
See, this is what they do. They reckless hell. They live in life like fucking cowboys. But look, y'all, hey, look.
Oh, what's up, Snoopy?
Oh.
Hi, Snoopy.
That's not Shepherd.
His name's Snoopy?
Snoop,
You.
What's up, Snoopy Snoop?
Yeah, I know.
It's huge. See, that's what I mean.
He sure is.
What type of dog is he?
He's a Pescasario, a bull mastiff.
Nice.
I've been having doggy fever for since we moved in here. I want to get I want either a shepherd, a husky, or a golden retriever.
Okay. Go ahead, get it, man.
I like huskies. I really like huskies.
They're beautiful. They are beautiful.
I don't like huskies. They talk too much. Shut the fuck up. They don't get on my nerves. Like, I ain't even talking about barking. They literally talk too much. They talk too much. They just like, shut the fuck.
Huskies are beautiful. Oh, they're so pretty.
They're beautiful dogs.
And they're smart dogs. Huskies are very smart dogs.
They're very smart. I like those. I like masters. Like, I just put a down payment on the bull. It's pretty much basically.
Oh, my son getting ready to breed them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's a purebred.
What do you let him go for?
He's huge.
I don't know. I don't know. He had to start, but he's